Wildlife and Beyond, home to a whopping of the wild animals, the living of the attractions, and a nature part of Tree of Giving to life, which of course we bring Circle to life, to bring lives in from peoples to animals. Which attraction do you think had the best, and which one does it serve to be one of the best part of each thrill rides that most people really love to take in between from the simulator ride to the roller coasters, or either other, of course, the shows? Let's find out here on Son of Beast. Animal Kingdom, only one place to have the wild time here from this part of the location. Because the biggest place of the area has a whopping of each continent in between. From Asia to Africa, there are tons of stuff that definitely had beyond our point to make the advancement even beyond by one of the best places to check out animals. That's right. There are always, of course, the off-road safari where you can take from here. Also the Rafiki habitat right down there on the other side as you approach on the train. But there are so many other ones that definitely love animals here, from taking a sight view seeing. And there are some other ones as well, attractions where it comes from here, in between from the land. This time, I'm about to be showing which park does it have the best here attraction from Animal Kingdom. So this is the top 5 attractions at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Number 5 is where we have an honorable coaster that was definitely gone and extinct, is Primeval Whirl. I know this coaster does have to be a spinning wild mouse ride, but this definitely does turn out that it has a motion sickness to its brain. I remember back then, back in 2012 in the decades, we definitely did go on this attraction. It was fun, but the one thing that made me sick the most was my chest on my stomach. So it did roll me very hard, unfortunately. It did really caught off the moment when this happened with this coaster. While no longer in operation, this definitely does tell me the most that this really does sting out. That this coaster was definitely considerably an off target with the hit. Due to its location here from the Dino Land of the USA where the Triceratops top spin used to be at, there's so much of us to give things a good wacky run. Yeah, I always don't care about this attraction because I would say that I want this attraction gone. Because of that one, most people are going to say that this spinning wild mouse coaster gets us nauseous and feel like they're uncomfortable to get on this attraction. And then by the time you're in the bottom of it, you will start to feel how uncertainly shaky it feels, and definitely how uncomfortable it is. So yeah, I really don't care about this attraction anymore. While I already missed this ride so much, we could definitely honor this coaster for its retirement and definitely made their way. And definitely, I'm telling you, it has already ended. Speaking of this one, we also have another one here at Dino Land. Number 4 is the Triceratops spin, and sometimes the tiebreaker in between, Dinosaur. This one is taking off a rip-roaring prehistoric tour on the dark, saving dinos from the extinction. I mean, there are no dinosaurs to be found here in the Dino Land of the USA, since many of them are extinct. But like I just always said, that these dinosaurs are always kind of like scary to me. I think your kids are going to say, whoa, how big is that? Well, since I really didn't know how the dinosaurs are already going to be alive, or they could have been probably, of course, not here anymore, because at this moment, they're not there. And to talk about it further back in time here for the dinosaur, this was turning out to be just like a simulator ride motion of the vehicle in between from the forest to save them. I mean, wow. I mean, this was definitely very scary. I was kind of nervous. By the time back in 2012, I was a little nervous about the dinosaurs. I don't know, why am I thinking? Maybe I was a little bit afraid, like I was acting like a chicken. No, don't get me wrong with that one here, because all I know, the dinosaurs popping out right at me. There are animatronics, okay? Exactly, animatronics. But they're not real, so don't try to be scared at that point if you see one popping up here at the dinos right by you. And the Triceratops spin, well, I have nothing to say about this one, but Fly High is definitely the same thing, just like Dumbo the Flying Elephant. But this one was a little bit different here, to could control it back up to the top. And yes, this is definitely the same thing I was comparing it for. So I have no extension to ride this attraction, since there isn't a lot of information to say. So with that one, I'll have to give that one a good credits to all of you guys who are really into the Dino Land on this side of the attraction, for viewers to come back here for Animal Kingdom for once and popular. If dinos is your favorite secret to be, then Triceratops Spin is the place to be for you. Oh boy, this turned out to be very short, but let's head into the top 3. Number 3 we have is Kali River Rapids. This is the first time I have ever been on here since they have the first wet raft ride. This was sick, how amazing with this ride attraction that I got soaked on. No, let me tell you the secret how this always happened. On Kali River Rapids, I finally did it. Because this was another wettest attraction after doing Splash Mountain, and then there is a dip on a drop. Look at that. That was epic. And by the time you come into the splashing down to the bottom, I mean, you're gonna get soaked. But tell me at this moment importantly, because this was the first time I went on this white water raft to get on this and then get soaked. Wow, I cannot believe it that I just finally rode it and I definitely did get soaked. No joke, this was our first time getting wet on this wet attraction at Animal Kingdom. After Splash Mountain, then it does have to be turning out that this looks like it's the same thing. I really like that one. Wow, I'm really wet on this attraction here. But I couldn't honestly say, like I just said before, I don't care staying dry. I care about getting wet. Yes, that is totally me, getting wet at every attraction on the water rides. Because that's what I really wanted to do, to try to stay cool and not go on dehydration. If the white water rapids turns out to be every other attractions comparing to this one, it may not be the same. But Kali River Rapids is a place for you if you would like to take on the hot days here at Animal Kingdom and make you more even, bigger, and wetter. This is for your choice to get on your water attraction onto your list. Like I always noticed, I really love this white water raft ride. Kali River Rapids. I really love this one so much, of this water attraction. Taking on number 2 spot is the Expedition Everest. This really has to turn out to be just a forward and backwards coaster, heading into the cave and then heading back forward to take the drop and plunge down here from the other side. I can remember this one, that the track is already like broken in pieces here. It looks like that the Yeti was definitely trying to like take the track apart, pull it off together. I mean, what's the big use? What does it come into? Jeez, I don't have anything else to go with that. Even in mind, I had just tried to like see what else we have here. But now, it has definitely changed it up after mechanical of the issue for the Yeti. They tried to rename it the Disco Yeti. I mean, why did they call Disco Yeti for the first time they did it anyway? Well, there is nothing to say about this one. But I could tell that Expedition Everest was definitely the best ride. I know we didn't get to do this one here for the 50th anniversary of the Walt Disney World because it was raining. But don't be honest, other attractions indoors are still in operation. But like I just said, the outdoor operations of the attractions do not operate during the rain. So with that one, it definitely serves here on the top best coasters here in the park of Animal Kingdom. I'm really serious, because that time already you could see everything in the view here in Asia, right over to the Discovery Island, and sometimes Dino if you don't see it down there below. Or if you could see the Tree of Life over there, well, there might be one. I don't know, but you have your options there. And plus, you take the hike up all the way up to the top of the mountain of Alps. That's definitely true. And then by the time you get there, you either go into the top, and then you go right down to the bottom, and then going backwards. I mean, what is the big deal? This is like something different I have never ever seen here, making a switchback tracks. This really does turn out in between those two cars in each station. It's like turning left and right if they are putting in back in train station. But this one is not. Wow. I like that one. That was like the best thing in the whole coaster of all time. Nothing to go worry about this one here. Expedition Everest is the place to be here. So if you have your bucket list down, I would highly recommend you give this one a whirl. So give it a try. Do it for yourself, or with your family, of course. They might like it as well. And when you come off the ride, feel free. How do you like the Expedition Everest? I would love to hear about you. And finally, the number one attraction, as it leads to a last attraction left, which goes to Avatar, the Flight of Passage. No, this is definitely one of the biggest rides I've ever ridden. So far, I finally rode this attraction. And I'm not saying that this is the really suck scale, but no, there is no adoption. On that dips and turns on this simulator ride, this turned to be one of an epic feeling for most people to enjoy their flight and courage here of this huge land of Pandora. World of Avatar has turned out things in between from a movie and from the simulator ride to the concept of this art that has brought in things in the tension of Pandora, the world of Avatar. My goodness, I think this land is taken over by the campsite Mickey and Minnie's. But that is just a different thing that the Festival of the Lion King show has moved over to Africa on the other hand to show how it's turning out to be in between by those shows. And definitely to tell you on this one that this was a flight adventure. I like that attraction. This turned to be just like that. And to go on this motorbike, I mean, this is definitely almost the same thing. Just like Tron Light Cycle Run here at Shanghai Disneyland. I'm not going to tell that this is definitely the same thing, but this is really the best thing in the world that you could ride it on and then take the flight on this part of the air like it's airplane model. I'm telling you this one here, to soar across, this was a little bit different than soaring around the world. Taking the flight off their seats and then take the flight up in the air to take a journey around the world. Then this part of the Flight of Passage. I mean, wow. That dip was turning out to be insane. I like it a lot. I'm telling you this one here, the Flight of Passage was the best successful attraction yet to come. And definitely, they created you as the avatar. And like a male, female, I mean, this is really interesting to see how it goes. So far, however, it really turned out to be one of the best attractions ever yet, since you go on here and then you just really found it out that you get on this attraction and then take the flight courage in the air. After you put your safety advisors on with the 3D glasses, and then you step onto the vehicle, place it onto your foot, and of course, like riding like a motorbike or motorcycle, I would say. But you can't go wrong with this one because this attraction is turning out to be wicked. Yep, wicked it is. That turned out to be just a flight of this adventure. Do you really love Flight of Passage? If you haven't ridden one yet, go ahead and give this one a whirl. I mean, this is the best ride for me. This was definitely the best. The best thing I could ever get to you once and for all. So that's it for my top 5 attractions at Disney's Animal Kingdom. And an honorable mention, the Safari Off Tour turned to be the same thing just like Six Flags, but this isn't the same thing. This is very different, comparing it to with the bridge and the water run to take it over from the tires here. And this part of the land of Africa is turning out to be a best place if you haven't ever seen it before. And with the train heading to Rafiki's exhibit, to take a enchanted look close up from here on this habitat, I mean, that's definitely another station to head by. And then head back towards the train station, and then you're on with your biggest thing that you have ever seen here before. These are the quick honorable mentions that we have done before in the decades. But this time, well, we didn't do that because it got rained out. So we don't have to worry about riding it again so far. We definitely did enjoy it, and we really like it, how the land has turned out. Tree of Giving is what every place to be from around the exhibition of each continent. And Discovery does have it always covered out. So that's it for now. And if you really like this video, give it a thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel, and make sure to follow me on my social media. So, do you like any attractions here at Animal Kingdom? Which one's your favorite? And what are your top 5 rides here at Disney's Animal Kingdom? Let me know in the comments down below. Anyways, this is Son of Beast of Chris. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again next time. Peace out, everyone, for a while as the top attractions of the Disney's Animal Kingdom dial. See ya, folks. Bye.
If you don't, somebody will.